Okay, nothing on the RHWR.
Bravo, check.
Okay, 1 mile, coming in, running in, 1 mile, nothing on the RHWR. Okay.
Overridden.
Okay, committing. There we go, it's going. 515 knots, keep running. There's the canisters. Right, let's go left. 240. Keep running, that's the airfield. No problem. We're up at 600, I'm chapping. Nothing on the RHWR. Keep running. Okay, that's looking good. It's all behind us now. Let's get back down. 220 feet. That's looking good.
Belfast, check.
Okay. RH. Nothing on the RH. Filter. Okay, nothing on the RHWR as we run up. Another good hit.
You got all your four.
Okay. Here we go. 60 miles, 25.
Belfast and Newport, you've got all four headed.
They firm deltas on.
Charlie's on.
We are the boys. 67 miles to go. 18 late at the moment. Oh, shitty death, boy. This is
Well done, Paul. You're a fucking star.
Well, there we go.
Well done.
There we go.
Right, let's get ourselves away.
There we go. There was Roland. No, it's nothing on the RHWR. They're all asleep, boy. They're all in their little beds. We had some Roland on the run-in, but I didn't see a missile.
No, didn't flare. Thank God.
54, no, I deliberately didn't. I chapped it.
It lights up well with AAA, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Jesus.
We came very close as we turned off target to one there.
Hi. You don't see.
Actually, I looked at this thing, and you know if it goes under the wing, you're within about a quarter of a mile of it.
Wibble.
The wibble. I saw this sodding thing go under the wing, and I thought, fuck.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
Ground on rails. Ground on rails. It'll be a little bit apprehensive. It'll be a little bit apprehensive. It'll be a little bit apprehensive when you go out and get shot at. Get shot at. Get shot at. Haven't you? Ground on rails. Interesting, to say the least. Oh, apprehensive being here in the first place. There's a job to be done.
It gets harder. It gets harder. It gets harder. It gets harder. But we've decided to have a child together.
Well, we haven't known each other that long, actually. Oh, this is the spoof. I love him and I want his babies. But that does not go out. Otherwise, I've got a gun here. Nice to see the dawn come up again. And the business. Right. No snags.
It does appear that Britain's first strike against Iraq has been a success. Has been a success. Mark Bertley for the British Television News Pool with the RAF in Bahrain.
He always calls me that. No.
It's the first time I've ever seen tracer and stuff coming at me in AAA, but it certainly concentrates the mind a little. It's the longest minute of my life, I can tell you. walk along. I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. I'm just another heart in need of rescue. Waiting on love's sweet charity. I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the Lord is free. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk along. And I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. But here I go again. Here I go again. Again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk along. And I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no time. After that I was more worried about running away bravely.
Certainly a fairly frightening experience.
Bloody great, I'll tell you.
Well, makes my job worthwhile a bit, really, doesn't it? I put them on, they take them off. Got my screwdriver? Oh.
Yes,
Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk along. I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. I'm just another heart in need of rescue.
You want a level? Okay. I'm going to tell you nothing. My lips are sealed.
That bit will go in. Right. On a serious note, I mean, you used to be navigator on a Victor.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that basically because if you're a navigator on a Victor, you can't make the sharp end in fast jets?
You want your eyes poking out?
That's something I mean. I thought it was a very sort of, you know, well thought out.
It's spoof, isn't it?
No, really. I want to get the difference over between sort of, you know. What do you think the people of Buxton would say if they knew that you used to piss in the mineral spring water?
I'd be very delighted, actually. I mean, it adds taste to the water, and it's quite boring otherwise.
I'll use that somewhere.
You better not. You better not.
Thank you. And what about you being David Henderson's love child?
I like to think I'm a damn sight more attractive than him, however. I've aged as much as him, huh?
Great, thanks very much.
Okay.
Thanks for the meal, Tony!
Off to the boss, thank you very much. Okay, 3 beers tonight, all right.
Yeah,
Any other little things that you wanted to raise?
No, give him a big kiss. Good old Paddy. No, smash. Thank you.
We'll make a nice little piece with them.
So that's it, then, back to the bar?
Back to the bar now, people, and whose round is it?
Paddy's.
When you said you got plenty of rest, you didn't mention the fact that you were pissed up in my room.
No. Well, as you know, I drink...
This is the man who's responsible for drinking TVAM's hospitality budget dry in the first 2 nights.
Thank you very much indeed, from all my fans.
This is Tony Berkeley for the British News Poll in Honolulu, December 1941, with no sign of a British.
That's it.
The survival factor is higher now, but the dangers are still great. And while the Iraqi defences remain active, there's no room for complacency in this daily ritual, which looks like what? What does it look like? Sturdy defense against RAF propaganda. We would just like to make our comment here is up yours, mate, up yours. Got that? Got it, mate?
He might be a PRO, but he's still a kid.
Cut.
Hang on, lads, hang on. You want to...
Here's the bird. The bird.
Shit, yeah. Hold on. Sorry, I want to join it on as though it's a normal one, okay? Okay, tell me you're running. The RAF have played a key role in the bombing of Iraq and Kuwait, bombing which, say the Allies, the ground forces are now exploiting. And for the RAF Jaguars in particular, there's still a major part to play in this war. Tony Bertley for the British Television News Pool, but in fact it's not Tony Bertley because he works for TVAM, so you'd expect him to miss the story. He's in fact in a Nimrod somewhere over Kuwait, and probably shitting himself. Ha 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 ha!
He might be a TV presenter, but he's still a git.
I've got to cut this and I can make you look very stupid. I can put the wrong lead into every fucking question. Yeah.
Every time we turned in on the target run and you saw the flak coming up, it did, for those first couple of missions, appear harder. But now, on a few more missions down the road, we've refined our tactics, and now I'm getting more comfortable. It is getting easier. There was a stage, I think, where I was going up the difficulty slope, as it were. I've peaked now, and now it's getting easier. What now I have to make sure, of course, is I don't overreact in the opposite way and get too relaxed about it, because it's still pretty tense out there. When I'm 5 hours away from takeoff, and we look at the tasks for the very first time, that's actually quite easy. You're interested in that. You want to know where you're going, what the defences are like, the kind of support that we may need, and I don't feel at all anxious at that stage.
Right, guys, the aim tonight's sortie, as you're all well aware, is interdiction. The cruise...
Then we move into the briefing. That briefing of half an hour's duration or so will take place about an hour and a half before we go to take off, because we like to give ourselves plenty of time so that you don't ever feel rushed.
It's a good thing to fly on Burns night. It's a good thing the new. It's a good thing to...
It's become an old squadron tradition that we should sing one of Peter's songs before we go out on an exercise mission. And we saw no reason why we should change the old squadron tradition simply because we're going on a war mission. And it certainly helps to raise our spirits.
And then Dave, a few. You.
Just for the sake of it.
Yes, gotta go. I don't feel any more anxiety than I do when I go out on a difficult peacetime or exercise mission. Obviously, it's more important in this case to ensure that you get to the target and you hit the target. But at this stage of the sortie, where we're still just climbing into the aircraft, I don't feel under any particular pressure, nor a great deal of anxiety. Once you're strapped into the airplane, the pressure does come on you a little, because actually now you've got time to think about things. You haven't up until then. Your time has been very filled with important detail. Once you sit down and you do have time to yourself to think about it, yes, then there's a degree of pressure, there's a degree of anxiety. Up until now, it's been routine, but now is the portion of the flight that we're not familiar with. Will our tactics work? How effective will the defences be? Will we come out the other side? Will we all come out the other side? Of course, the first time that the enemy defences start firing at you, that is the first time you realise that, oops, this isn't a routine mission at all. Of course, somebody's actually trying to shoot you down. And the pressure comes very sharply back on you again. We pushed the speed up as much as we could. We put our heads down and just went for it. And come roaring out the other side as fast as you can. And then the exhilaration of actually having survived what to us certainly looks pretty hot target area hits you, and you feel fantastic for a couple of minutes or so. And it is a relief when all your friends, all your very good friends, do check in on the other side of the target. When we lose friends, that of course, I mean, it's terrible, and we all feel it very badly. I feel in a particularly difficult position because, as the squadron boss, because I don't feel I'm able to show it perhaps as much as I would wish to as a human being, simply because I have to lead these young guys back the following night into similar dangers where it may be their turn not to come back. And if I was to wear my heart on my sleeve, as I might wish to, then I think that would send quite the wrong signals to the young guys in the squadron. You don't think it's going to happen to you, and I don't. I really don't. I think at the time that it's going to happen to me, although the relief that it hasn't when I come out the other side is very real, I can assure you. When I get back from a sortie, I ring home just a few seconds just to let the family know that I've got back safely. They don't need to know any more than that, just that I'm safe. And from what I've seen and from what I've heard of the younger wives back at home, they're coping incredibly well, and much better than you might imagine. But I suspect that people have a resilience that might surprise you. My 8-year-old daughter is obviously aware that hostilities have broken out, and she says, when are you coming home from the war, Daddy? You know, so she, if you like, is able to take it on as any 8-year-old would. It's something that for her is quite exciting. She doesn't really understand it, of course, I'm sure, but nevertheless, I don't think to her it's a pressure, whereas to the elder girls it is, because they're at that age where they can understand more. What it has made me do, certainly, is review my life, without a doubt. Because a lot of the things that you think are important, all of a sudden, you suddenly realise are pretty trivial, really, when your life is actually being threatened in the way that we are being threatened at the moment. So, yes, I'm sure I will not be the same person when I go back that I was when I left.
Airfield in the Gulf, part of the RAF's aerial frontline from where attacks against Iraq are being launched continually. Here, Jaguar and Tornado ground attack fighters take off day and night to pound enemy positions. It requires a massive task of organisation and coordination, the ultimate test of military skills.
Sadly, one has always hoped that one never would be put to that test. We are being put to that test, although it's still strange in a way, because at the moment the aircrew are the only ones who've actually been involved in the war. We haven't suffered any air raids or anything like that. So there's a tiny minority who have actually been and gone and put their lives at risk, whereas the rest of us, although we've been working hard to support them, have not lived through that sense of danger.
Morning, Lynn. Morning, Jenks. What's been happening last night, please? How did it go?
His hands-on approach to a very difficult job has won him many friends and admirers. Although a pilot, his feet stay firmly on the ground, but it's his task to send others into combat.
It's certainly the most difficult thing, being a pilot, to send those guys off to do those missions when you know that you're a pilot and you're not doing it. And it's one of the very important things that you have to build up very early on, is some sort of trust between the air crews that you're sending off and between yourself, so that you know that if you look them in the eye and say, right, you've got to go and attack this target, that they know that there's a very good reason for them doing it. If I'm going to lead my people and look after them, then it's all about example. And you've got to, I believe, that if I behave in a reasonable way, that everybody else will as well.
Hey, sir, so...
It's okay, it's on the house.
No, no.
Oh, all right then, 3 dinar.
I've got to pay my way. Got to pay my way.
A laugh and a joke belies the difficulties and problems the detachment commander can face. In the first 3 days of the war, 3 tornadoes were lost from this base. Against that backdrop, men had to be sent back into the air.
Sadly, people who were realistic about it must have given some thought to the fact that if we ever did have to go to war, there would be losses, tragic though they are. So it was a difficult few days, but the blokes knew they had to go and do it. And again, as I said at the time, you develop ways of overcoming these things. You develop ways of going and doing the task. You develop your tactics.
Hi, Pete. How did it go this morning?
Well, we could only see 3 of our airplanes, but no, it's a good trip.
Successful?
Indeed.
And the weather was good up there, was it, today?
Yeah, it's all very nice. There's a bit of smoke about from the fires, but apart from that, it's generally clear. Very, very good.
So no problems identifying the targets or anything like that?
No, you can see the targets from miles away.
Right, good.
So, no problem.
Great, nice to see you back.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
The Tornadoes have been encountering the most difficult missions using daring low-flying skills, which earned them strong criticism during peacetime in the UK.
I think perhaps this war sadly, has made people only too well aware that what we were doing back in the UK, what we still are doing in the UK in terms of low flying, is necessary.
Squadrons here continue to hit their targets, but there's no pride in being part of the process in which young Iraqi conscripts are on the receiving end of devastating aerial blitzes.
I can imagine 40 or 50 1,000-pound bombs raining down on my head. It must be absolutely awful. The pounding that they've had for this number of days and nights must have had a traumatic effect on them. All I would say to those with faint hearts at the moment is that we have, now that we've begun this thing, we have got to carry it through to a successful conclusion. We have got to force Iraq to leave Kuwait, and once we've done that, then we must try and find some sort of lasting solution to an area that has given the world problems for many years.
Tony Berthy for the British television news pool in the Gulf. RAF Jaguar attack fighters back safe from a dawn sortie as the relentless Allied air assaults continue. One by one they land, almost a victory parade. With the Tornadoes, the British squadrons here in Bahrain have carried out more missions than anyone. After it, the relief, the happiness, the signals of success. Unlike the two-man crew Tornadoes, the single-seater Jaguars can only fly during daylight. The most dangerous time for any of the fighter aircraft. The chances of being hit much, much greater.
During the day you have to face visually laid anti-aircraft fire as well as radar laid anti-aircraft fire. So yes, it is a little bit more difficult in the day, but that's their job, and that's what they're going to do.
It's quite impressive actually, watching it all go off, clicking off underneath me, but after that I was more worried about running away bravely. I released the weapons on the target, pulled off, and that's when I started to get a little bit worried. The chaff and the flares were coming out quickly. I could see Steve in front of me pulling off, and there was flak going off just behind his aircraft. I then started a jinking manoeuvre behind him, and we jinked up and back into the cloud. Certainly a fairly frightening experience. It's the longest minute of my life, I can tell you.
This raid was important to the RAF detachment. After the loss of 2 Tornadoes, the mood here was somber, overshadowing previous successes. The outcome of this attack did much to change that.
I think extremely important. The Tornadoes have got an extremely difficult job to do, and I think they're doing it as professionally as they can. I think they've just been a little bit unlucky, that's all.
Unlike the Tornado, the Jaguar has a shorter range. Their targets were missile sites at frontline Iraqi positions inside Kuwait. Once back, ground crews worked flat out to prepare the fighters for the next mission. Each fighter carries 1,000-pound bombs which are hurriedly replaced. The turnaround time for the next mission can be 1 hour. The success of a mission is experienced by everyone.
Well, makes my job worthwhile a bit, really, doesn't it? I put them on, they take them off. Got my screwdriver? Yeah.
The Jaguars are coming more into play in the aerial blitz, the objective now fixed and mobile surface-to-air missile sites, preparing the way for the eventual ground assault. The job is done for now. Many images stay with the pilots. Few greater, though, than the feeling of when the target is hit.
Bloody great, I'll tell you.
The mission has been a success. We're told all the planes have returned safely, and after 2 Tornado losses, this will do wonders to boost morale here. Tony Berthy for the British television news pool in Bahrain.
Okay. Holy smoke, there's a lot of smoke down there. I've got the river. It's just a case of picking out the right.
Okay, RWR is clean. It must be out left, is it? Yeah. RWR is clean.
Okay, mate.
River bending away from you.
Yeah.
That's the bendy river we're running up now, straight ahead.
Okay, I've got a bridge, but it's not the right one.
Okay. Keep looking, keep looking. Okay. RWR still clean.
Looking for the main road. It's 2 minutes.
Okay, we've got about 12 miles to go, or 13. Okay, RWR still clean. Come on, baby. No?
Oh, I've got rivers at the yin yang. But...
Yeah, okay, okay.
All right. Doing sight on. Happy, mate. Hang on. Sights on. Sights on.
Happy.
Climbing.
Bananas.
18.5.
Lasers on and firing.
Tracker, you beauty.
Chaffing.
1 bomb gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombs gone. Stand by. I'll be starting the turn, mate.
Okay, fine. Sink it right and then left.
Drink it right and left.
Yeah, whatever you can to hold it. We're nearly over top of it.
Okay, I'll be coming left then, mate.
Okay.
Okay. It's coming up to 20 seconds.
Can't. I'm going to lose it. I think I'm right over the top of it.
Okay, starting the turn. Starting a turn. Got the bridge. Got the bridge.
DH.
Yeah, you beauty.
DH.
You beauty.
Okay, lasers off and CF 2, 3, 8. Look for the tornadoes.
I've got them. There were 3 that went short, mate.
Yeah, okay, another 3 are all in. Okay. Still chaffing. RWR's clear.
Right in the fucking middle.
Iguana 7-1, Iguana 7-1. This is Bulldog, Iron Guard, push, blue 1, blue 1.
Watch out for the other guys.
Okay, watching. Okay, camera's going off. Drop. Call happy.
Picture clean.
Over 3's happy. Touch speed. Yeah, I've got it now, in fact. I can see it now.
Yeah, I've got it. It's definitely pontoon.
Yeah.
Alley Cat, Antidote 2-3.
Come boys, drop. Speak to me. Right. Yeah, it's definitely a pontoon. No doubt about it.
Picture clean.
Hold down for range. 7 miles. Come on, boys.
Base plus 20.
Still a good lays.
Number 01. Stand by.
Super.
Over 01 stores away.
Okay,
Box on.
yep, happy. Tracking. Tracking.
Pros, how's your gas?
Tracking.
11.5, outboard still feeding.
Tracking. A little bit of a head nod. Still tracking. Still tracking. Still tracking.
25.
Still tracking. Still tracking.
30 seconds.
Still tracking. Still tracking. Still tracking.
Good man. Good man.
Some went short.
One went over.
Yeah, and some went short. Lasers off. Okay.
Over 3 splash. nodding, stay. Got it. Happy. 4 away. Stop's running. Beamers on. 10. 15. Don't nod, stay. 20. 25. Bit of nodding, stay. 30. 6 happy. 35. Without guidance in 7. 6 happy. Keep looking. Hit, splash. 40. Splash. Lasers off. Lasers off. Go. Happy for the next one. Happy for the next one. Okay? Yeah, definitely happy. 5 happy for 3. Happy. There's only one bomb hit then. It looks like a UXB. Okay, but I am happy. You keep looking out on that airfield, mate. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Oh, nodding head. Now I've got... Oh. Let's see. 8 and a 3. If you see a splash, let me know. Splash. Okay. Laser on. Flash. Beams on. Oh, good hit. Good hit. 3 far away. Happy. Clock's running. 10. Good. Bit of a nodding. 6 happy for 4. 15. Nodding head. 20. Settle. Settle. Oh, nasty. Nodding head. 25. Nasty. 30. Stay. Settle. Settle. 35. Yes. Tracker. Tracker. Good hit. Tracker. Dobbs not. Right, 197. Holy schmoller, let's go. That was a good one, that. There's some fuel in that one as well, mate. 25. It is an L-shaped building. 30 seconds. I'm on the bottom of the L. 30 seconds. Stand by. Looks clear down to the bottom. 37. Splash. Good. It's not moving. Marvellous. Splash. Look at that. Don't bother. Looking good. That was an excellent splash. Not away. Red smoke. Okay. Just call when you're happy for the man. On boys. Okay, come in. Yo! Stop running. Come on.
Copy. 4-1, Bulldog.
Wait. Get impact. Yeah. Oh, well done, Harry. Well done. Okay, that's the first one. Shall I pull splash? Everything in. Splash for Alpha. Well done. Going on for the second. Got the second one now. Well done, Harry. Perfect. Perfect. So the stud's there. I can see it. The truck is there. Raising the second one. Okay. Nothing on the TWHS. Looks good. As usual, no calls. Right, you're losing the second one. Is it worth? Yes. Can I talk to you in, or don't you want me to? What do you want to say? Copy 4-2, stand by. Lovely, good man, that's better. Proper pilot, right. 5, you happy? 8, terminate. Roger. Wow. Planning. Copy 4-2, stores away, stores away. Oh, that's within 5 seconds anyway. Shit, cloud. Bulldog, I'm back 111.
Diamondback 111, Bulldog. Searching. Say you're positive off Piranha or
Garlic. 11 is 120 for 122 off of Garlic. 10. Yeah, but it is. 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright. Oh. Oh, well, that, right, not short.
In the middle. Yeah,
okay.
okay. Okay, let's get the fuck out of dodge.
Okay, keep
And Bulldog will be ping 3 also.
35. 40 seconds short. DH. Echo splash. Laser off. I think he's got a nice big black touch for the runway. The one for the right of it's made a nice impact. You've got 26 seconds gone.
Okay.
30 seconds. Still nothing down from below. They're turning left. 35 seconds.
The picture's got a bit crappy, but
okay.
Just I'm holding it.
40 seconds. Right, marvellous, marvellous. Start splash. Keep it on if you can, please. Try to laser off.
Laser's off.
Okay. LS65 now. 35. Happy.
In the drop ahead.
Happy.
CH. Oh, smack on. 2 more. 1 over.
Okay.
1 over into the camouflage area.
Right, now looking back towards...
I've got you happy.
LVR's comparatively quiet. Yeah, looks clean down there. Can't see anything coming up. 30 seconds. Ooh. Okay, 1 bomb. Definitely. Yeah, 1.
What?
Okay, Benji 5-1 up with you. Benji 5-1, roger. You working with pointer? Negative.
Doof, DH, thank you. Good lays. Over 5-4, 15 seconds, Roger.
Doubling 466, happy.
Okay. 30 seconds, Roger. 35, Roger. Still marking. Yes. A hit, good hit.
So well done. Yes, well done. One's gone wild.
Yep, okay.
Just turn around. The visual one will show this. Which is bloody twitchy for some reason. Watch the shadow. Minimum movement on this airplane, please. Time. 30. Okay. Nice and gentle. There he goes. Back in. There she goes.
Right, I'll bring you around now.
Okay.
Come around. Still happy?
Yeah.
We're at 28 grand.
Secondary explosion there.
Yeah.
All right.
Visual and aircraft 8 miles on those.
Polestar 3's track. Polestar 6-3's got a track.
40.
Splash.
Splash. Hit. 35. General left-hand turn. 40. Impact. Got it. Laser off.
6-6, you're done.
Splash.
35. Okay, that's rolling active. 2776.
And see down blast. No smoke on it.
5-2. Splash.
Splash. Affirmative. Keep going.
Okay, still lasing.
Okay, good man. Just put the, using force doors away yet. Okay, just turn the laser off, Tiger.
Okay.
All right.
Wait for the smoke to clear.
Yeah, if you can find another hose to it, mate. Okay, you can put the laser on if you're happy, mate. Okay, watch us running. Laser on when you're happy.
Laser's on.
Pick that one just to the north of it if you can't see it.
No, just about see the top.
Okay. Still happy.
Hold on, picture clear for dead eye.
Okay, I'm using the height up now because we've got a clear area.
Okay.
20 seconds.
Still see the top.
Hold on, picture clear for
Okay.
Benji.
A hint of AAA down there. Wall down at the moment now. No major snags. No nasty at the moment. Just coming over the turn, which isn't particularly nice, but there we go.
Splash.
Cracker. Splash. Right, you're going to have to march down. Lima off.
30. 35. 40. Splash. Right.
31. 35, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Marvellous. 36, splash.
Okay, got 2 tornadoes ahead of me visually. Shut up, you terrible.
Roger.
What a plonker. Less than 5 seconds. Ooh. Nice, fuzzy. DH, on to the next one. Off.
Still happy. 30 seconds. Still got it. It's moving. This time as well that it's so badly. It's breaking apart. Impact. 40 seconds. Okay, keeping it in there. The next one went long because of the flash. Put into the water.
Buckeye Oak says by about
35. 40.
Press down 180 left.
45. Yo. Holy schmoly. Splash. We're going. Right, let's go, mate. Keep the head up. Oh, it's going away. Still nothing. 30 seconds. 35. 40. Good hit. Splash.
Roger, there are
25 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah, got him. Smash. Stop losing.
Smooth as you can.
Plus 10.
Smooth as you can.
Body spike plus 10.
Stand by. DH. Well, they went off. DH. Right, stop bleeding. Left. Yeah, that's what it was.
1 stroke 2 bingo.
Heavy bingo. 35, 7, 8.
Murray 6 splash.
Plus 16.
Oh, fucking hell.
28.
I just hit the bridge, mate.
Yep, good. 2 went short, 3 short.
It's okay. And there's some wood there.
Splash. Yo, good man. Good man. Yes is off. 30 seconds.
Okay.
35.
Okay.
40 seconds.
Okay. Good ways. Yeah.
Come back to the right.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Splash.
A gum. 30.
Gum off Chile.
25.
25 Bravo, splash.
Yeah.
Have the first one's gone yet? No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Good one. Okay, I'm lasing. What's that?
Wind and force pulls away.
5 seconds. Jet. Visual then. Jet. 20 seconds. Jet. 25. Jet. 35. Jet. Oh, yes. Good hit. That's it. Right, keep filming. 6 splash.
Good man.
6 is splash.
3 good hits. Okay, try and get me on the middle of the first runway, okay?
Yeah, I will, don't worry.
Say again, one? One visual. Roger.
3 from 6, we're running in from overhead the town.
Copied, I'm down to the south of the target now.
Roger, it'll be about 260 running.
Copy, looking for you.
Don't release them too early, okay?
No, I won't, don't worry, mate.
You with that one?
6 from the town.
Heartless Bear here, shown admin passing.
21 from 445. If you go back down track about 1 minute from there, we'll make another run on the original heading.
You ready? Okay, well done. Going in. Air brakes are going out. Throttles are closed.
Bulldog, Beagle 5, Derby.
Sights on, mate. Sights on.
Hey,
Sights on.
happy.
Pickle. Pickled at 16. Recovering.
425, the route is planned. We'll try and catch you up. Thoughts?
There's 11. Good speed though. Good 3.5G climb. 30 degrees nose up. Winging her over, mate.
Oh, DH. Right, cameras off.
Beauty.
God, you bastard!
Not the town.
Dead end place left, go.
DH.
Good man.
Not with all of them. Okay. Stopping in the ears, going to wide.
Looking for sounds.
Okay. Still tracking it. 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 Happy.
Bomb's gone.
Happy.
You get this, Norman, I buy you bourbon and coke tonight.
Negative. Below 4, it's got a 3, nose 15.
Oh, it's missed. Oh,
More clean there.
UHP.
3, what's his position in this circle? 0. Okay, heading east.
Roger.
Man of landing.
Left side of you.
Copy, I am spiraling back left. أشوف قلبي أنا try to ننزل معه.
Okay, 3, I'm proceeding, but I'm leaving now at flight level 170.
تقول ينشغل ننزل مع القابس هذه؟
Yes, sir, the chute is just past to my left at 11,000.
Roger, copy.
C5, manual 2, go.
Okay, شوف الشباب على اليسار ترى واحدة.
And person Fahad 1, Fahad 6. Roger, we have 88 Jamie this time.
Okay, just maintain please 20,000, you will be clear of cloud and just keep working high.
Roger, we will try and with the weedy to get in and egress right away.
Maintain please 20,000, there is still traffic inside there, 20,000 and orbit. خليك high, number 2, I'll try to come in in 10 seconds.
Roger, this is some, please. You can back right, this up.
بالهيبية.
Come right, number 1. I'll finish it with you.
Crossline.
Okay, I'm 27 this time.
Must come right.
Manual 2, go. Keeper, manual 2, go.
علي هو أنا بطأ that's fine.
I'll tell you with you.
1.
Two. Purple radar contact.
Nice. One's no ident, I'm on top now. He's on top now. Copy, clipping in. E2 follows.
Picture clean.
What are you going to do, Mike?
Thinking about it. Release me now, E2. E2's coming off. Bomb's gone.
Fine, off the nose, in between us, friendly.
Galley.
Billy, 3 zeros up.
From Barrel Lead, sub 13, go.